Our next question is from a person named Michael. And he says, I've had some foot issues when running, and I've heard that I should switch shoes. I've also heard before that barefoot shoes reduce running injuries. Should I wear minimalist shoes or barefoot shoes? Like, what's the best option for that?
Thank you, Michael, for that question. And I'm blown away because Brandy doesn't let me know the questions beforehand. She gets them from the listener, she preps it, and then when we're recording, this is the first time that I'm seeing the questions. So in the beginning, we were talking about the hope story with the kiddos. And that last example, I don't know why, but my brain went to running. And then it went to this question with running
It's really
shoes. So
cool.
it's cool how this is coming up. But this is very common. And it's another question that I'm going to lay the groundwork for. But this idea of running shoes and that I need the exact right, correct running shoe and able to do this activity. And the reason I'm not able to do this and I'm having pain is because I have the wrong footwear. There's so much research, there's so much money out there. So let me give the quick answer. How do you pick the best running shoe? When I was younger, we used to go school shopping in the summer to get new shoes, new clothes for the first day of school. And the first day of school, you had to be looking fresh. You had to come in looking good. Second day, gym shorts, tank top, didn't matter. But that first day had to be on point. So you go to the store, and what do? You put on the shoe, you tie it, and you sprint around the store as fast as you can. Like to the point that Dick's Sporting Goods made a track in their shoe area because they knew that this is how kids behave. I put shoes on, I see if I can run fast in them. If I can run fast in them, these are my shoes for the year. If I can't run fast in them and they're clunky, they're the wrong shoe. So how do you pick the right shoe? You use the fast shoe test. Put it on, does it feel good? Run, and then if it doesn't feel good, ship it back. And most running shoes have that where you can have them for like a week or so. If it doesn't feel good on your foot, go ahead and then send them back. But this idea of minimalist shoes and barefoot running, it really exploded after the book Born to Run came out. What this basically was this author went down to this place in Mexico where this tribe was running ultra marathons, like day after day after day. They're running through the mountains, they're running on rocks, they're running in terrible terrain, and they're doing it barefoot. None of them had running injuries. So he started documenting and observing. And what he had mentioned in part of the book was that he thought that their decreased risk of injury or not having injury was because they were wearing no shoes. And that because we have all these updated shoes in developed worlds, this is where running injuries are coming from. So that exploded in America because we have a huge running population. It exploded in the UK as well. But we have this big running population that said, oh, I have running pain because my shoes have too much cushion in them, so I need to go barefoot. So I'm gonna wear this minimalist shoe. So ESPN did a 30 for 30 where they went down and talked to the tribe. It's hysterical. If you've read that book, Born to Run, go see the other side of the story on this 30 for 30 documentary because they talked to the main runner and they showed him Americans running in minimalist shoes and barefoot shoes. And he started laughing hysterically. And they're like, why are you laughing? And he goes, we only run in barefoot shoes because we can't afford any other shoes. If we could run in those shoes, like that'd be great, but we don't have the resources to do that. The other thing that this 30 for 30 brings to light is that we tend to run recreationally for some purpose, whether it's running from something or for something. They're running because their belief system is that once they complete this run, and oh yeah, when they're running, they're kicking a wooden ball between each other the entire run. So it's like an ultra marathon of kicking this wooden ball that they've made through the mountains, through this terrain. Their belief system is that in doing so, that the God that they believe in will bring rain to their land. If there's rain, then they can grow crops, which means that they can have food. Like this area there, it's just riddled by poverty. So their belief system is that by doing this spiritual act, we'll then be rewarded to take care of our people and to survive. If that is your reason, it does not matter what's on your feet. You will finish that run because it's your belief of your life being at stake. So then where do we fall on this minimalist shoe thing in developed worlds? And from the way I'm talking about it, you're probably getting a good idea of it. But the reason is because it's misunderstood. When you're wearing a minimalist shoe, more of the running force is going to your foot and ankle. When you're wearing a cushioned shoe, more of that force is going to your knee and to your hip. So both have a time and place. If I want more force on my foot and ankle, minimalist shoe. If I want more force at my knee and my hip, I'm going to go with a more cushioned shoe. So where we can get creative with runners, and so what creates running injuries? It's not footwear. It's not supination. It's not pronation. It's not your foot strike. It's not any of that. It's, have you built up to the level that you're running at? And are you switching up your distances? So basically, are you doing too much of the same thing for too long, or are you doing too much of something too soon? If you're a distance runner, sprinkle in some sprinting. Because talking about running mechanics, if you want to improve your mechanics, run faster. Your body will self-organize and correct. You don't need to go on a treadmill and have 5 different cameras looking at your angles. Run faster and your body will correct it. Because the last thing you want to do is be running and going, okay, let's stay upright. Let's swing my right arm. Let's lift my left leg up. Let's kick my leg out. Let's strike my forefoot down, and now let's rock forward on that. No, you just want to run. So if you want to fix your cadence, you want to fix your running mechanics, run faster, shorter distances. If you're a sprinter, make sure that you're doing a lot of strength activity to withstand that activity. And then in your off season, start to get some distance, like 400 meters in. That's a lot for a sprinter. Trust, I'm a sprinter. Distance running crushes me. 400 meters is enough. That's distance in the sprinting world. So with the running shoes too, back from injuries, if you're having a foot and ankle injury, then get a more cushioned shoe. If you're having a knee injury or hip injury, get more of a minimalist shoe if you need to keep running. There's research from the Scandinavian Journal of Sports Medicine. I forgot what year it came out in, but the running in this cohort, the running injuries were reduced, I think it was 49%, just by them alternating shoes through the week. So that's my take on it. Make sure you've built up enough capacity to be doing the activity that you're doing. Ask yourself about the load management. Make sure that you have shoes that you feel fast in. And if you need to have some different shoes, just make sure they're different. One minimalist, one with cushion. Like Nike Vaporflies, great shoes. If minimalist shoes or barefoot shoes were the answer, then why wouldn't we be seeing the world records broken in minimalist shoes? The world records are being broken in Vaporflies and these other cushion shoes because of the return energy that you get back from running.
Right. Thank you for that answer. That's awesome.